Hey Kumar, so it's nice actually. So I have gone through your practice stuff. It looks good, and even Advish, even your assignment also looks fantastic actually. So it was well written. All right, let's get case. And today I'll be giving some top level understanding of the use cases. In the real time how we work on the actual use case. Okay, so for example, think about the scenario. So use cases. Okay, so data stored. For example, user data, not only user data, any data. Okay, uh, but when it comes to, let me think of something. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, got it. So yeah, uh, think about Flipkart, right? Flipkart, Amazon, any website. Okay. So what they do is when you get into their website, for example, so like this, when you go there, Flipkart.com, right? When you get there, so you are seeing all the information, is it? See, for example, there are many sections, right? When you get into this Flipkart website, what you are seeing? You are seeing many products in that website, is it? Each and every product. See, for example, this is the grocery section, this is mobile section, fashion. So like this, there are different products are available, and they're selling in the one single platform. You got it? So this data, how this data will be stored, or how Flipkart will hold, display this information in the UI. In one place, they are getting every information. Did you see this? And when it comes to the actual website, so there is a global search bar where you can directly go and search whatever you like. If you want to look for mobile phones, you just search mobile. In that case, what we will do is it's like a filter, right? So you're filtering when you make a search, which means that you're filtering. So in the real time, when you click on the original website, it will display every product. Like if you scroll to the down, like there are many products, right? In this particular use case, what really happened, meaning, so whatever product, whatever new section had added to the Flipkart product list, right? So that will be popped up here. That will be displayed in this items bar. Even when it comes to even see when it looks this best of electronics, for example. So based on the most reviews, ratings, or most purchases. Okay. So if you look at this, there are many things like the earbuds, right? Speakers, many products are available. So if you look at this, based on the ratings, based on the top selling products, they're just filtering. You got it? So we need to understand like how this even possible, right? And also, if you look at this, it also looks for for any user in the current world, any user, if someone hits this flipkart.com, right, it will take them to this landing page, like for everyone, for anyone. If you open this, you will see the same window as I see. Got it? And when it comes to this, there is a global search bar where you can filter out the stuff, correct? Which means that it's a get call. Okay. So I'll talk about this use case itself, right? And then we can get it from here. So filter. So generally every product. Okay. So when I go back here, Flipkart displays all products. when you land to their website. Okay, but but global search bar filters the items. Global search bar filters the items what you have searched for. You got it, guys? Understand? See, writing application very easy when you understand the business use case. Okay, business use cases critically understand, like critically important, because if you don't know what kind of a business use case that you are getting and developing, right? So it is importantly critical that you should understand what is the use case of the work. Based on this, you can easily work out. So, for example, let's say display all the products when you land into their website, right? Which means that, for example, so think of this. So when it comes to this, right? Yeah. So when it comes to this, what are the sections? Grocery. So meaning there are each tables for this. Okay. Yeah. So grocery, grocery section, mobiles, desktops, and so on. Got it? So in this Flipkart website, you are seeing every information, right? Every information, every product information. But when you do a search here, which means you're filtering only that particular product. Even you can filter by mobiles, which would display, like, when it comes to when you search mobiles, right? It would filter all in the even mobile brand, right? So there are different brands. Let's say Poco, OnePlus, Vivo, uh, Samsung, like whatever the mobile products. You got it? So meaning it's a filter. So but global search bar filters the items which you have been searched for. For example, if you say mobile, right, it will only get the mobile products. Let's say, uh, example, if you have searched for mobiles in the global search bar, right? It it fetches it fetches all mobile brands. It fetches all mobile brands and displays displays in the UI. UI means user interface. Got it? And even see, this is a global search. Okay, this is one use. See, this is one item. Let's say item or task one, for example. And when it comes to other task, right? So if user this particular scenario you searched mobiles. Okay, mobiles is like any brand. But if you search for, like, you had a thought that, oh, I need to get a Apple mobile, for example. That time what you will be searching? So you will be searching Apple phones, for example, or iPhones, right? iPhones in the global search bar. So like this, for example. Let's say you got it. Let's say I searched for iPhone 15, for example. If you look at this, it will display every information, but which is only matches with Apple product. Did you see that, guys? Did you understood? Yeah. So if I go back here, in this case, if you said look for this iPhones, right? If you search for iPhones in the global search bar, it fetches all the mobile. It fetches not all this time. It fetches iPhone. iPhone, iPhone brand mobiles, iPhone brand products, and displays in the user interface. Did you see this? So, guys, did you see this? So it is displaying everything. Okay, even when you are looking at this. Okay, so I'll show you something now. If I do inspect, if we go back here and check what it has, right? So there is a network tab, which is not which browser it is. One second. Yeah. So we are seeing this product, right? Yeah. So there is a network tab. If we go there, this is the one. See, did you see this? There are some API calls happening. So far you are aware that we have HTTP get method, post method, right? There are many things. And did you see here? There is a post call, and they are hosting here. Let's say bam.nr-data.net JS errors. Like they are doing. I think it looks like it's a JavaScript which they have written in the backend, and reference policy state origin when cross origin. There's a difference. And when you go to the payload, right? So did you see it? I'll show you. These are the host bam.n. This is a host name. This is a place where they are hosting their data. Okay, port is 443 and protocol is HTTPS and status is 200. Like this, we can also see. So this is a post call, right? So post means they're making an API call, like they're inserting they're inserting some data, which means based on our search, they'll insert and they'll display in the backend. Okay, so metrics, because we don't know their design, so how they're sending back the response. So parameters, if you look at this, parameters is in the form of dictionary, right? Did you see this? That's fine. So what basically I'm trying to explain here is that whatever API calls that we were making in the background they're making API call to get the data, insert data, or insert, like whatever the operation it is. So this is very secured ones actually. These are very secure because they protect the data actually. They'll not display. Otherwise, what I can do is I can simply fetch their information and create a duplicate entries in my other hosting platforms. Okay, so yeah, no problem. I'll come to that point a bit later again. And also, if you look at this, right? So for your display, you are seeing all the information, right? Another use case where so here if you search for iPhone brand, it will display every iPhone brand products and the displays in the user interface, right? And that is a task 2. And when it comes to task 3, when you click on the product, meaning when I go get into this and click, let's say I'm interested in iPhone 15, for example. Okay, so iPhone 15, if you click here, guys, don't do a shopping now. Okay, just for information. Okay, so when I click here, right, so what it is displaying, it is clearly displaying some images. Did you see it? It is displaying. So in the previous page, when I go back here, it is not it is just simply it is displaying only one picture over here. But when I click this, then only you are seeing multiple picture. See, to make more attractive and to sell this product, what they do is they used to take multiple pictures of this phone. Okay, did you see this? Yeah. So meaning there are images. Okay, it's look like images. So it can be images, it can be videos, whatever it is. So based on the use case, what we do is from the backend, we will, if it is a video, then they'll be streaming the video from the backend, from the application server. Got it? And when it comes to this, they're simply displaying all the products here, all the photos here. Okay, in this section. And in this section, what they're doing is whatever photos we have, they're simply moving one by one after other. Did you get it? So even if you just mouse over here, they're simply displaying this particular uh, image into the frame here in this frame. Got it? And one more important thing, if you look at this app, see, title is this is the title. Title is iPhone 15, and this is the rating section, and this is the discounts, extra, what we can say, some discount and available, right? And also if you look at this, there are available offers, bank offers, right? And if you just expand more, there are so much offers, right? So much extra offers on this product. And if you scroll down, right, there is a section where you can choose, even for this particular product, they have multiple other options here. You got it? 128 GB, 256, 512 GB. You got it? So based on the based on the selection, the number get changed. Got it? And if you scroll to the down, there is like you know what? Every information that you are seeing on the screen. Okay. For example, highlights. In the highlights, they're displaying this information. So who will be sending these highlights? I'll be sending the highlights from the backend. You got it? So there is a dictionary where highlight is the section. Okay, highlight is the key, and these are the values. Did you get it? So I'll give you some sample one. So how this will be prepared, right, from the backend. I must be sending out like this. So let's say in the task 3, get the or display the specific product, display the specific product on the UI, user interface. Got it? Guys, why I'm giving heads up on this, right? So you need to understand the business use case, then only you can think more about it. You got it? Yeah. And when it comes to this particular scenario, right, what basically we are doing here is that there are multiple tables. So with one table, currently we have only one table, right? So when it comes to our current program, current previous program in the last session, right, we just had a user information table. So where all the user information is inserted, correct? So in that particular scenario, what basically we do is, um, in see, that is there is a basic one, but when we want to implement this kind of this kind of application, first of all we should have a proper design. Okay, so we have to think of, hey, when it comes to us, see, if you look at the primary page, there's a home page, right? So I had to think of, first of all, there is a UI team where they'll be working on this frames. Okay, what is, like, what is the dot? When I click on this, where it should go? You got it? So they should work on all the frames. Okay, and and in the back end, right? So once we identified the use cases, right? UI team start designing this, only the, what we can say, this information will not be available. So without that, some blank, for example, this is blank, this blank, they'll have a UI design. Got it? So this is another page, right? Yeah, they'll have UI design, and they'll ask, hey, so when I click, for example, when I click on this, when I click on, I'll show you, if I go inspect page. Got it? If I go to network tab, yeah. So for example, currently we are here. See, it is still loading. Okay, page is still loading. That's why it is loading many things. You got it? Yeah. But when I click on this, for example, do you see this? So when I hit it, it has loaded one more, one more thing, which means like all our API calls, guys. If you see here, status 200 means fetch, right? So when it comes to this, like, did you see here? There is a type is fetch. Got it? And here, request payload. Yeah, I think some payload we were able to see. Let's check that out, what it is. Got it? So this is a request payload because they're well protected actually in this. See here, uh, it starts from AB experiment key, some information, and it is not providing much information over here. But payload should be in the form of JSON. So there is a session happen on JSON. Like if you don't understand properly, please revisit the JSON session and understand. But this is not a JSON data. Okay. So since it is what we can say commercial, websites, right? So they will not show us what exactly happening in the background. Okay. Instead, they'll simply display some other what we can say some other informations. Got it? But if you look at this, so the intention here is that when we are making a when we are making a selection and click over here, what it does is it will fetch the product information of iPhone 15. You got it? And if you look at here, there is something called product specs, right? Yeah, here specifications. So think about this. Let's say there is a task assigned to you. The task is for the iPhone 15. Okay, you need to give this information from the database. Let's say you have created a table where you have created a table where you are inserted information for Apple iPhone 15, where this is a specification section, and in that specification section, let me create some sample one so that you will understand how this was written. So under specs, general is see specification section is that just title, and here section, right? General is the key. Okay, and you will be sending these keys. Let me what I'll do is let me prepare data for you to understand more. So how we will send from the backend. This is so the design might the the payload and other thing or the way which they have written might be changed, but the concept is same. We go back here. So I copied this, right? So this is the okay, no problem. I don't want to do this, but when it comes to the data preparation, so what is the key? General. Okay, general is the key. But see, in the UI they will display like this general, but in the backend how we will send is we will send like this. Okay, general, this dictionary colon. Okay, and if you look at the other information right on the screen, so in the inside general there is okay, what we can say. So inside general, so general is a key and value is another dictionary. Did you get it? What I mean? So I'll go back here. I'll create one more inside this. I'll create one more dictionary whose key name is, let's say, in the box, for example. So in the box. Okay. Got it? This way. Comma. What is the next one? Model number. Model underscore number. So this dictionary and key value, right? Model number. Think of this. Colon. Comma. Next one is model name. Got it? Model name, that's a key. And what is the value of it? iPhone 15. Got it? And so on. So what we will be doing from the backend is we will fetch the information and like this we will keep adding the other information. You got it? But when it comes to Python, what is it? It's a dictionary, right? But when we were sending over internet, so this is, let's say, my application is running in, let's say, AWS, cloud, for example, or Google Cloud, or Azure Cloud, any cloud information, even in the some hosting platforms, like hosting GoDaddy, any platform. But what is the thing? We need to write our application. Our application should insert data, fetch data. But when we are writing application in Python, for example, so Python only understands dictionary, right? And this information you have to fetch from the database the way which we have written yesterday. So for example, when I get into this database, right? So here, go here. This is a particular table. I want to fetch every information of this. So here, let's say this is a just user table, just duplicate the records, right? Like this, what you have to do is you have to insert a product. In the product, we have to create every column. For example, when I go back here, so table has in the box. There is a column called in the box, but without it does not have any spaces between. You got it? So you should create a column and you should insert this value. Got it? Like this, you should create multiple records of it. And when you look at this, right? For example, for Apple iPhone 15, so this is the product. Let's say there is a product table. You will have one record. Apple iPhone 15, which is what we can say, which is in that also there might be a number of brands, right? A number of models. So if you look at here, in the specs, they're clearly saying that no, this is a model number. This is a model name. So model number also might get changed. For example, you'll have other in the Apple iPhone 15 itself. There are a number of other models, right? So based on the model number, it will get changed. Model number, even price will get changed. Got it? So what we have to do is we have to create a table and insert this data. So since you already had experience of working on the database operations, like doing all the CRUD operations, so try to create a table with all the information and try to use the get API to get the information. You got it? So that is one use case that you should think of. And as mentioned, you will have, see, the expectation is that from everyone is today is the task is, let me write down here. Since you're aware how to do this, so create a product table, okay, and insert, create a product table and insert uh, multiple multiple create a product table and insert multiple products in it. Okay. Next, insert multiple product in it. So should implement a get call. So task one in this is exactly this. Task one is global search bar. Okay. So global search bar filters the items which you have. See, this is the one. Flipkart displays all the products, right? So this is the use case I'm talking about. Got it? So create a product table, and the first use case I'm talking about, Flipkart displays all the products, right? So what you have to do? So they'll display in the UI, but as a backend developer, you should fetch all the products. You should fetch, or you should query all the products from the table, okay, and convert the data to JSON format, and return to the UI, okay. And You got the task. So this is a task. There's a one task. And guys, and one more thing. So if you are looking at this particular use case, right, you will be getting every information. And since there is no UI, what you have to do, you have to use the tools like Postman. So Postman is a tool which you would use, for example, when I use this. See, I'm getting the information, right? Did you see it? So what you have to do is you have to implement. You should run the application. Once your application is running in the background, what you have to do is you have to test using a Postman tool. Imagine from the UI, right, your developers, what they do is they'll be hitting your endpoint. So currently, since it is hosted, my application is running in my local system, so that's where I'm able to hit with 127 or local host. And this is the API or URI we used to call. Okay, and this is a get endpoint. Did you get it? Yeah. So this is the first task. You should filter everything. You should get every record. Okay, and task two is second task. Second task is if you go back here, but global search bar filters the item you want to search for. You got it? When I say this, when you this is the second task. So when they're making a another get call with the items they want to look for example, right? So global search bar filters the item which you have. That is the task neatly written. If you have searched for mobile, this is what I'm talking about. This is where I'm coming from. I'm talking about. One second. Yeah. So next task is if you are search for mobiles in the global search bar, right? It fetches all the mobile brands and displays in the user interface. And in our case, even see when it comes to product table, right? In product table, you will have a so the strategy is so our product table has all brands, all brands of mobiles and desktops, laptops. Okay. And so in this particular use case, you just think of electronics, watches, and so on. Okay, you think of any electronic products. Okay, got it. And so when you insert, for example, let's say type is for example brand. When it comes to the sections, right? If I go back here one more time, did you see here? So you are saying electronics. So there is a table electronics or products, electronic products. Or see in one table also you can try everything. You can try out everything for electronics products. When it comes to this electronics, right? In the product there is something called let me quickly show you how this can be. This is a very sample design. This should not be ideal solution for commercial use. But how we can do is so create a table with the table name is let's say products. Okay, and what I was thinking of is so this is a product table. In that each for each product, right? So each product has unique identifier or unique number. Okay, so UUID or unique ID. So it's easy to understand, like it's easy to figure out how to create a UUID. You got it? UUID means like it will generate some unique identifier, unique identity value, so that this will not be duplicated with any of the product. So see UID product say type. Okay, I'll give you a sample. Type brand model. Okay, so brand model and price and discounts right? And specs means specifications. You got it? Guys, did you get it? So basically you can also you can also expand this. You can uh, put your thoughts on this. Okay, but this is a very basic design I'm thinking of. Got it? And in this, for example, let's say UID, like unique ID. Let's say what we can say, some, let's say, double one, and here type is mobile, brand is, let's say, Samsung. You can put any Samsung, right? Some shortcut, okay? You can put full name. For example, let's say on Max, model is on Max, and prices, for example, let's say 13,000. You got it? And applicable discounts. See, in the discounts itself, there is a separate table, but we will put, say, 5% discount. You got it? And specs about this particular information, the way which we have mentioned, right? Every information is written here, or we will insert full information actually. Or for now you just say like some dummy name, say Samsung mobile specs. Got it? Yeah. So like this, there is one more so this in mobile section. You can create the same similar way. You can create multiple things for other one. Okay, and even you can also think of good design for good database table design for actual business use case. But this is a very sample to start with. Got it? Let's say, or you can UIDs. It can be one, no problem, right? Two. It should be different than the previous one. Now type is, let's say, watches or desktops. Desktops. Type is desktop, and brand is, let's say, Dell. You got it? And let's say Dell D123 or XYZ, DX12, some model, and let's say price is 10K. Got it? Let's say 0% discount, no discounts in this product, for example. And specs about the product. Okay, when I say specs, right, you just write your own information. That's okay. Or if you copy paste somewhere, also fine. Or if you just have the string also, for now should be fine. You got it? And yeah, next, number 3, watches. Watch section, and let's say brand is any brand, let's say Apple watches. Model is for example X123. Some random I put, but it's not exact. Let's say 45K. Got it? And discount is, let's say, 2% discount. Yeah, and specs. So, or what you can do is you can also find here, let's say, Apple watch specs. Got it? If we go here, you insert data, in the form of dictionary in this table. Okay, that's fine. Just take me here. You put any specs here. If you Where is the specs are available? No, this is not a specs. Originally specs is this. So when you're coming down here, right, specifications. So what you have to do is you have to create a dictionary key and value pair, and this dictionary should be inserted in the database table. You got it? What I mean? In this table, for example, think of there is one more column specs here. Instead of inserting the string, right, you should insert a dictionary value. Got it? What I mean? Yeah. So that's what required. Okay. I would say like dictionary of information. Got it? That's how it should be. So imagine this is what the this is what the table. Yeah, let's start from here. Okay, so you have to create a table in this style. Can someone confirm the audio, please? Is it audible? Thank you. Yep. So this is what I was talking about, right? So we had to create a table with the information, and when it comes to the real-time use cases, right? For example, think of the first use case. Create a predictive. Let's not this one. Yeah, this when you talk about the very first use case. Flipkart displays all products when we landed into the website, right? Which means that you have to get every product. Okay, so what you have to do is we have to get this product information. So the query will be, for example, let's say when it comes to us, right? What you have to do is, so in this particular task, let's say this is the one. So how this can be implemented? So how this can be implemented is you can query, you can make a single query, okay, single query, and you can prepare your own dictionary. So, but uh, even further, if you want to, we can make filters based on the other scenario. But for now, what I'm expecting from everyone is that what you have to do is you have to fetch every information from the table. Okay. So how we can do? So select star from table. Let's say products, right? That's it. So this is SQL query. Okay. So what is the equivalent Python query that we have discussed? So how we can do the same thing? Session dot query, right? Say for example products. Okay. Dot all. Got it? So this is the Pythonic equivalent way we can make the same query. So this is like SQL, and this is like Pythonic style. Python SQL Alchemy. Got it? Yeah. So this with this query we can get every product. So what you have to do is what I'm expecting from you is just everything, just get everything and give to the backend from the front end. Okay, from backend we should provide this information to the UI. Got it? And so this is pretty straightforward. We don't need to think of anything, right? And second is there is other use case where we will be working on the um, getting the specific for example when it comes to mobiles. So here in this particular scenario we have only one mobile, right? So think of I'm having one more row here, and where the row number is 4, and again this is a mobile brand, for example. Okay, mobile, and here this time the mobile is, let's say, Vivo, right? Everywhere you can find Vivo mobiles, and let's say uh, V three one two, some brand, some number, some random number, and then you should say price is 34K, for example, and discount is 100% discount. No, 25% discount, for example, right? No one will sell product for 100% discount, right? But you'll see buy one get four. Just kidding. Yeah, again, dictionary information of specs you'll be storing here. Got it? The actual use case I'm talking about now is For example, when you go back here to the Flipkart website, and when I search for the products which I, let's say now I made iPhone 15, for example, with this exactly product name. You got it? Or I can make a filter like iPhone, just iPhone. Got it? So in iPhone, whatever the products are available, even mobile phones, watches, everything. If you scroll down, so they have prioritized it actually. But when you scroll down, let's say now I put Apple, right? So if you keep moving out, right? Let's say page number 10, you are still seeing the mobile products. Okay, but actually even I'm not what we can say, oh, this just iPhone, this is a phone division. Okay, and when I search for Apple, so then it should display phones as well as other products like Apple watches, AirPods, and much more, right? So Apple still is displaying mobile phones. So that's even the search is not good actually, because yeah, now there you go. So initially they had uh, Apple iPhones, and then they have tabs, and they have this AirPods, watches, and other things. Did you see this? So meaning when the search type of Apple. Okay, so what I'm talking about and coming from is, see, some person, let's say, if they search for type, for example, type is mobile. So even then, now I'll be writing a query which would exactly match with this. So if I go back here to the global search, and I would say mobile, got it? If I search for mobile, it should display every mobile brand. Did you get it? So it should display every mobile brand. So how this can be implemented in Python? In the see, when they are doing this, query, like when they are making, they're doing a filter. Okay, they're filtering the results of the products, right? So originally every product is displayed, but after searching mobile, it is only displaying the mobile related information. It can be any brand. We don't even see when I say mobile, right, and say Samsung, for example. See, mobile Samsung. When I do this search, for example, so now there are two things: mobile space mobile space Samsung, right? So in this search, if you see, so all mobiles matched with no Samsung products only. If you go to the last page also, for example, do you see it? Every product matches with the Samsung product. Did you get it? What I mean? Yeah. So how this can be evaluated, right? So this is a query which would come to backend. Like I'll show you like how this can be implemented. So when the search, right, from the search bar, so this is a basic uh, global search, global or landing page, right? Yeah, landing page. Okay, and when it comes to filter, filter, filter mobiles. Okay, so this time when I go and search for mobiles here in the global search again here, it will display all the mobile products here. You got it from the in the UI. So how this can be implemented in the backend, right? So there is something called, see how we can identify. See, there are in the same table there are four products available, but in that there are two products whose type is mobile. You got it? So if you want to filter mobiles, right? So how I can do same query? Generally, in the SQL query, what you can do? Select star from products, where type equal to what? Mobile. You got it? So this way you get everything. Okay, guys, since you are not practicing much, that's where I'm like you made my job very hard actually, because again I'm writing out all the SQL queries. Okay, yeah. But when it comes to Python SQL Alchemy style, so how this can be implemented? So this can be implemented. Uh, So now we have to apply session.query. This would filter. This would get everything, every product. And if you want to filter, right, just do filter and say now what you want to filter. I want to filter where type is mobile, right? Same. So product dot, for example, there is a column name defined type double equal to. So what we do actually, so we will read this type, like now whatever the string they have searched in the global search bar, right? Let's say for example mobile, right? So we have to read it. So how we can read? Request dot args dot get, right? So this way, so what is the name of the argument? Type, for example. Type is, yeah, type. So if you just let's say uh, type equal to, right? And then what I'll do is I'll take this value and uh, I'll I'll just pass it here. So that what I'll do is whatever the search they have made, right? I'll just come here, space, put that particular type and get all products matching with the type. Okay, this time what it will display? So it would display the first, in the first query like this. For this, right, it will display everything like this. And for when it comes to second query, so in this it will not display these two, right? But it displays this. Did you got it? This how it predicts it. This how it filters, right? And also as mentioned, we can also search based on the mobile, like mobile and model, also specific model, right? Let's say imagine I had a table where in this particular table we had only one Samsung mobile. So if the set is mobile and if they're saying like where type is mobile, now this time to filter when it comes to SQL and type is mobile and brand, right? Let's say brand equal to for example Samsung. Got it? So this time you made us see, even though this would give you every product information of mobile, but in that also you need to have a specific search from the UI. How we can be, like what you will be doing. So from the front end, right, or from the UI, what they'll be saying is they'll be sending these two parameters from the UI, user interface, right? And in the back end, what we have to do is we have to capture these two information. So exactly this query is the same. And if you just slightly change that, for example this to take the type and brand, let's say a brand equal to request dot os dot get of. So what you will be saying, you'll be also saying brand, right? Brand. Got it? So this time what I'll do, filter, right? You'll put one more comma here. Okay, products dot brand. Okay, product dot brand equal to you should make double equal to, okay, don't make a mistake in there. And brand, you got it? So this way what I'll be doing is, so this is a SQL query and equivalent Pythonic SQLAlchemy style in the ORM, object relational mapper, because Python directly don't understand databases, right? So to match with the database table, we will create a SQLAlchemy model. Okay, so with that model only it will understand, hey, whether which table it belongs to. Here in this particular class we will define all the table information and the schema information. So based on that it will go and talk to the respective database. Got it? Yeah, guys, did you understood how this is being implementing, right? So the expectation is that you should create it. So this is currently I made two filters. Also you can see sometimes, right? uh, like there is, I'll show you, like for example there is people who will be looking for completely full offers. Okay, so how this can be implemented? Let's say offers zone, offers, all offers 90%, for example. When you click on this, you will see all the products, right, whose offer is whose offer like let's say whose offer is 90%. You got it? This is what some many people will be searching out in India, for example. So what we can do is, let's say here offers 90%, right? In the same table, if you get here, right, here we have 25% offer. You got it? The maximum offer is in this is 25%. So imagine Vivo is currently having 90% offer. So what we'll do is on the offers zone, you should also give a query to get offers, right? Let's say get the product, get the products whose offer price is 90%, for example. You got it? And this time, as mentioned, right? So this is just electronics. For electronics, we have created this table, and like this, we have other tables also. For example, let's say a grocery table. When I go back here, so that I can quickly talk about, yeah, grocery table, some home decoration table. There are many information. Okay, there are many tables. This time, what I will do is, since if you look at this, there are decoratives items. Also, if you scroll to the down, there are you are seeing many things, right? You are also seeing this sofa sets, also seeing beds. You got it? So meaning whatever matches with the 90% offer. So those all products will be displayed. You got it? So the how this can be implemented, for example. So in this particular scenario, we were only had one particular table where we were focus. Our focus is on only electronics products, right? So in this case, we will only make a query. So generally, the query, okay. So the actual other query, how it looks, right? I'll tell you. So for example, electronics product, e-products equal to. So I will get all the products which is matching to let's say product table. So I'll just copy this query, filter. When it comes to this filter space discount double equal to, let's say I'll read the discount number like from the UI. Whatever this such, let's say 50% discount, right? I would say like request dot orgs dot get, right here. What I'll make is I'll say discount. Okay, I'll read it and I'll pass this value discount. Got it? So this is from electronics table. For example, grocery table, grocery products. For example, G products. Got it? No, currently this was not. This is not present, not available. The table is not available. But just I'm giving a reference. Okay, got it? So grocery table. So here we will get everything. Got it? Yeah. And like this, we will get uh, you know uh, electronics, grocery, decors, decor products, for example. Currently not available, but this can be implemented. Nice to have one. Got it? So here, this is like what do you say? Decors, right? Decor products. So where decors discount is this. You got it? And so when it comes to the offers page, right? If when I go back here, 90 offers all 90%, right? When they do a search, what we have to do is we have to search for all the different. See the query, like what are let's say we have 100 tables for each each department. Okay, what we have to do is we have to make a query to all. We have to make a query to all 100 departments. Okay, in general, and we should get like this: department 1, department 2, department 3, something like this. And then finally, what when we are you will be doing the logic in the background. Okay, but when you do this query, right, when you're doing this, so you will be sending results back to this UI. So you will be saying result equal to e products plus g products plus d products. You got it? But in the reality, what we do is we don't create multi, like, for our zone, we don't create like this. We don't we don't make multiple queries. So when I do a multiple queries, let's say 100 queries, it would make my data, like, my application to slow down because of the large transactions, right? A db transaction, and it would wait. Imagine if the table is having 10 rows, which should be fine. And if the table itself containing, let's say, 10 lakhs records, right? And it become a nightmare for your application to look for the things. In that scenario, what we do is we have a lot of other processing, but instead of making 100 different queries, right? There is a concept called a view table. Okay, so virtual table. We used to call view table. We will create a view table, and in this view table, what we do is we will join all the table information. Okay, for example, to display the all products whose offer is 90%, right? What we do is we will find all tables with 90%, and then if I go back here, in the view table, I'll join all the table information whatever I required. You got it? Yeah, but this concept we will, and this is a bit advanced concept, we can talk about later, but this can be implemented.